Synced. Good. Alright, let's do this shit. Greetings, one and all. My name is Lancer, and welcome back once again to Data Live. Like I said last week, this one's a little later than usual, but everything should be good to go now, and we are here with episode 8. Now, last episode... Oh man, that last episode was friggin' phenomenal. I hope this one builds off of the previous hype. When we last left off, things with Mukuro were not wrapped up like I previously thought they were gonna be. She locked everyone's memories, unfortunately making everyone forget who Shido was. That was sad. Alexa played Despacito. After all of that, Toka inverted, and we now have inverted Toka in the story, and she has an interesting sort of rivalry with Mukuro, trying to see who can sway Shido. Again, very similar to Kaguya and Yuzuru way back in season 2. Curious to see how Shido is now going to deal with both of them. And also we have origami, not Kudere origami, from the timeline change from last season. Curious how all of this is going to go about. I'm curious if this is going to get wrapped up in one episode. I mean, it could. With Data Live, it's either it gets wrapped up in one episode or it gets wrapped up in 3 episodes. Let's see where this next part of the arc goes, and let's get right into the episode. More on her backstory. Either sister or mother. It's hard to know in anime. Big sister. Good. Imagine being short. Couldn't be me. This opening has grown on me, honestly. I think it's a pretty... It's a banger. It's a banger. I'd maybe put it up there as my second favorite opening of all of Data Live's openings. Of course, season 1 will never be topped. Yeah, definitely look at this differently. And the origamis, yeah. Okay, there's a lot different about this opening, now that I look at it. A lot of in hindsight imagery. I love this beat drop. Thank you for all the support on the last episode, because that just recently broke 300 views, so thanks for that. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this hype train going. We're about to break 60 subscribers. Thank you for all the support, guys. Could never have fathomed this years ago. Again. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, come on, figure it out. Yeah, what? Me too, man. This season's been wild. Love is a battlefield. It's okay, I'm afraid of heights as well. Not afraid, but I get a little queasy when I'm up high. Oh. Interesting. Lore. Love it. Give it to me. That reminded me of the scream and I'll suffocate you with my chest. That was a close cut. Super Saiyan. Get me a figure of that. Just put a territory around them. I want to see this. Okay, CG. That's how you know it's going to be good. You may erase memories, but you'll never erase muscle memory. So that's like a mixture of her wizard and her spirit armor? I mean, yeah, it looks like it. That's freaking awesome. I'm loving her, like, ultimate form. Okay, she fixed it. Damn it. It's like Diarmude's gay Diarg from Fate Zero. It can negate magic. Origami versus Toka. Classic. Except this time it's inverted. Gang's all here. That's gonna... No. Just gonna frickin' destroy the world? Are we gonna freeze this shit 5 minutes till the world explodes? Of course she's so trusting. You are one of the earliest ones, so I'm glad about that. It's sort of like a spirit bomb kind of thing. There's the mid card. I was just thinking, just like, we haven't gotten a mid card yet. Jeez. I freaking love Data Live soundtrack. Oh shit! You gonna Piccolo it back? Spirit of Origin. Sort of like an all-for-one thing, maybe? It's not the first time she's done this, huh? Wow, that... yeah, okay. I get it. Cool. I feel like this might make it worse. Is she gonna invert? Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh my god. Oh my god, Jesus. Come on, just kiss already. You're always in the heart. I could make a joke here, but I won't. Wincest. My man. Thank God, okay. Yay, you guys did something too. We still have Toka to deal with though. Done this before. Several times. Will she let you though? Yeah, wow. Okay, it did work, thank God. Oh yeah, okay, again. Good. Save this smile no matter what. The show made the joke for me. Don't let Kotori hear that. How short though? May need some hedge trimmers. And end credit though. There isn't a credit. Ooh, okay, come on. Setting up. What are we setting up? Of course. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Yes. I do not want previews. Oh. Yes. She's back. That was episode 8, Key and Sword. I didn't really have too much to say in this reaction. I had a little bit of input, but I was kind of just letting it go. Because this was kind of a very emotional, heavy episode. Honestly, that was a good balance. These last 2 episodes have been a good 1-2 punch. Because last episode was a lot of, like, emotional stuff, but with a lot of, like, crazy what the fuck is going on. But this episode had a lot of emotional just stuff with sealing these spirits, which is the good, like, kind of 1-2 of Data Live, with a little bit of action thrown in there. That got me a bit. This Mukuro arc has been, again, I don't want to jinx, I mean, I think it's safe to say the Mukuro arc is over now. Now with 4 episodes left, what are we going to deal with now? Kurumi's here now, which makes me happy. She was absent for the entirety of of this whole arc. We haven't seen her since, like, episode 2, I'm pretty sure, when we were dealing with Nia. What has she been up to? Because I know she's been going after the Spirit of Origin, getting ready for that battle. So I'm curious what this is going to be now. But since she's back here at school, how's that going to be? I'm curious if it's at all going to reference the Date of Bullet stuff? Even though that dealt more with the Kurumi that Shido married, just that own little world that she went off into. I don't imagine it'll be referenced. I mean, if it is, that'll be awesome, but I doubt it. Not a whole lot to really talk about in this episode, because a lot of the stuff that was addressed and questioned has been answered now. A lot of lore, though, just the fact that inverse spirits are the true form of a spirit. I think, yeah, that makes sense, just because they're a lot more powerful, and it's just, there's no holds barred. We almost got an inverted Mukuro there at the end, but Shido thankfully stopped that. There was a bit of a cut there. I'm curious if there was some novel stuff removed there, because it was just kind of like he sealed both of them and then it just jumped ahead. I guess we dealt with Origami. I guess Toka's fine. He grew back his arm. Everything's just sort of dealt with. Kind of a quick wrap up, which is fine. It was a wholesome end. But now we've got 4 episodes left to go, and I imagine that'll be the rest of this season, whatever this next arc is going to be. There is that one girl in the opening that we haven't seen yet, so I imagine she'll be next and possibly the last thing that we deal with. So I'm curious if Inverted Toka is now officially a part of it all, because we haven't seen her yet. We see Toka's back to normal, because again, I do know that they split. I know that they end up as 2 separate people. Eventually. I don't think that's happened yet. I imagine we're getting to that. Now, the CG in this show Well, the CG mainly this season. I don't think there's been too much CG in the previous seasons, just mainly for like explosions or just certain stuff. They didn't really use it too much for the fighting. It was always just mainly 2D. CG for this, I feel like they use it in weird spots. They use it like every once in a while. Like I get CG from like a distance, so you can do a lot of like fluid movement and not really notice it. But the CG, like, they use it for, like, close-ups and whatnot. There's been CG in this that has been pretty good, like, when Yoshinan turned into the big, you know, mecha rabbit. Like, that looked good in CG. When they become, like, you know, video game CG for when they're fighting just one-on-one, it's a little weird looking. I don't know. Again, I think Demon Slayer has tainted us all when it comes to amazing 2D, 3D compositing. For what it is, it's still good. I know I said that Obi-Wan Kenobi would be taking priority when it comes to my reactions. Stay tuned for a video that I'll be talking about with Obi-Wan Kenobi coming up soon, and how I may be doing something different with that series, but again, stay tuned for that video. But either way, the reactions for Data Live will be continuing as per normal. This was just one that had to be delayed a little bit. I was on a road trip for a little while. I'm back now, and we're good to go. We're good to go, getting back to the videos. So yeah, that was this episode of Data Live. Really good. I think with last episode and this episode, it's a good, like, kind of two-parter. The Mukuro arc as a whole, I'd say, is a really, really solid arc. Oh, definitely up there with some of my favorite stuff in this series. Really looking forward to what's coming next for this show and just how this season's gonna get wrapped up. Thank you for all of you who have subscribed in the time since I've been reacting to this show and just watching, supporting these videos. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you continue to watch me. After Data Live is done, we move on to watching other things and talking about other things and just all these other videos and everything. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for joining me on this. I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.